All right, we're live with Seta,
Hi.
and we'll be working with her Mars in the 12th house, Gemini. Okay, Seta. What do you do for work?
I'm a student
Okay,
and
what do
I do coffee readings and work with flower essences. So in the occult world, very animism centric. And I'm writing about coffee as my dissertation, coffee divination in my culture.
okay, are you feeling the 12th house, Gemini?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gemini is the reader, right? And the 12th house is the symbols.
Yes.
However, in your case, it comes up very strongly well, first of all, that you're a Cancer rising because of the coffee and because of the divination that's in your culture, you said.
Yeah.
But I especially feel Saturn on your midheaven in Pisces.
Yeah.
Writing a dissertation, Saturn, about divination, Pisces, coffee, Pisces. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you're in a master's.
I am, and I applied for a PhD. So wanting to continue.
Okay, girly. Well, I'm hearing the Mars and Venus and Gemini signs,
Yeah.
right? So ongoing education. Um, okay, where are you studying abroad?
I am studying abroad.
Okay, there I'm feeling the 12th house again. Mars, Gemini, 12th, studying abroad.
Yes.
So you're from California and you live in California, or?
Correct. I was born in California, raised in Syria to an Armenian family, and moved to LA during the Syrian war, and then moved to I didn't want to do like US educational system, so I moved abroad.
Okay, so the US educational system doesn't work for you, Gemini, so you move abroad, Mars in the 12th.
Yes.
But also that you change countries multiple times. I feel that Mars in the 12th, Gemini,
I agree.
moving back and forth. So let me get this straight. You started with California, then you moved to Syria,
Yeah.
but not with your birth family.
With my birth family. So I was like I just want to say like I was just delivered in the US and then we like went back. So I didn't necessarily move. I was just like born there and then we went back. Like my parents are from Syria, Armenians from Syria. And I was like raised there till I finished high school and the war started and we moved.
Like refugees, kind of.
But like not really.
Right, okay.
But yes, we were forced to move because of war, but none of like no one got the refugee status because of like further planning or whatever. But yeah, but yes, basically.
Okay. Okay, so I'm feeling the 12th house, Mars, fleeing war.
Hmm.
Okay. And now you're studying abroad in Edinburgh. Okay. So let's talk a bit about like childhood, kind of
Yeah.
early life, sort of. What I'm kind of picking up is like reading or going to the library or just like studying something.
I love to read. Like read I would get lost in read like that was my safe space. I would just like get lost in books and travel through books a lot. But
Mm,
yeah. Like in different
mm.
like times and like realities and I would just like I feel like that saved me or gave like even meaning and like sweetness to life.
Okay. Do you feel the Mars and Gemini in the 12th? That you're traveling through space and time through the books, Gemini.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean my first tattoo was like the first book that like imprinted on me. So yes.
Okay. Uh-huh. So what kind did you read all kinds of books, I guess.
I did read all kinds of books, lots of like revolutionary stories,
Okay.
outside of like the box thinking, and then I read a lot of like mainstream love stories, that had a lot of like war and stuff in them. So now that I think about it, I remember like when I was right before my 16th birthday, I read this like long um like novel of this Armenian story that my mom like really like made sure I had all the books to read. She was like, "You're gonna love this." And it was like this people in exile like finding each other, going after each other and finding each other and like eventually getting married. And
Oh, okay. So you see the people in exile, right? Mars in the 12th.
yeah, yeah.
And then the Venus in the fourth makes me think about finding each other and getting married. But you know, the Mercury is especially coming up for me because you have Mercury and Cancer in the second. That makes me think about these books that your mom has imparted with you, that Syrian stories.
Yeah,
Right?
Armenian actually. But yeah,
Armenian, sorry, right. So
no worries. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cultural
Yeah.
nonfiction. Okay. Does that make sense kind of when you see those two together?
Definitely. Now that I'm thinking about it, yes. I'm like, yeah.
Okay. So you said books were your safe place. So you were fleeing something else or
I think like in my environment didn't I never felt like I could fit in fully. So or like I could have fun with people my age a lot. So books were a great way to um ground or just have fun.
so you were by yourself kind of.
I would isolate a lot within, but big groups, like big family, big groups of friends, like, but I would isolate and go to the books.
Okay. And do you see that in the Mars and the 12th Gemini?
I'm seeing it now.
Okay. Why? Why would you isolate?
I don't think like I would either like something they would do things that doesn't like I'm not interested in what you want to do. And then I would just like I would get annoyed a lot from people and I wouldn't feel understood or seen, and I'd be like, I just don't want to be a part of this. So I'm out, or I'm gonna take a break and then I'll come back.
Why wouldn't you be interested in what people are doing?
Like
Or
the activities that they were doing.
like,
um like
uh-huh.
playing a game, like a certain game, or I was like, I just don't want to be outside, I want to be inside right now. um
Oh, you
yeah,
want to be inside.
yeah. Or like they want to play a card game and I'm like, I don't want to play right now. To this day I'm like, I still don't, and I think like the playing card game, I just did not like to lose. And also like when I would lose, I would get a bit emotional and I didn't want to, like I wanted to avoid those feelings as much as I could.
Okay, I'm hearing the 12th, avoidance.
Yeah, very good at avoiding things.
Uh-huh. Do you avoid talking to certain people or meeting certain people?
Well, so I mean, like back in the day, there are certain people I do avoid, yes. Yeah, because they're like emotionally can be taxing, like they talk too much or
Okay, that part.
yeah.
The Mars and Gemini, they talk
Yeah,
too much. And so in the
yeah.
12th, you try not to even start a conversation with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I avoid a lot of people who I think are like gonna take too much space, or like they will take advantage of like the conversation in a way, and I'm like, be a little like what I like, it's the inconsideration that I'm like, I don't appreciate too much.
Hmm. Okay, I'm also feeling like traveling often. Maybe
Yes.
not. Okay.
Yes, very like since I was a kid, we would travel. Like traveling is who is a part of who I am.
Yeah, like kind
How
of
I
gypsy
understand life.
almost.
Yeah.
Can you illustrate that a bit more?
Yeah, like we a lot of road trips like road trips were a big part of our lives with our family. Like vacations were our like favorite thing to do. And then as I grew up, I like continued doing that. I remember like even in my teens, I started traveling to certain places that by myself to see friends and stuff. So it was just like I continued traveling. Like I learned life through traveling. Like it's again, it's a way for me to like learn about life
Mm-hmm.
and
And
experience life and grow. Like I've done a lot as I'm traveling, always.
can you give an example of that?
Yeah, I remember like I was working remotely and I was staying I was travel in 2021 I did like long-term travel to see a friend and then I went to see family and I had started an like a remote job at that time and I remember getting a raise like towards the end of the and like I was recognized for my hard work and I was like this is good indication. I'm like I'm doing something right because my environment generally, my environment is like my family. We don't really see the world in the same way. I'm more of a figuring out as I go. They're more planners, and when I'm traveling for long periods of time, it doesn't make sense to them. Like, how are you building a life? But it's like I'm like, this is how I'm building a life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you see Mars and Gemini in the 12th in that? Just being everywhere, but not really being in one place. Keep traveling, keep moving, go here, go there, visit a friend, go across country, go to another city, take the train.
Yeah,
Right, so like being kind of in reckless abandon. I just you illustrated for me really well when you said, yeah, your family's like, well, how are you building a life? But here's Mars and Gemini in the 12th, where you're just
that makes sense. Yes, I do see Mars here.
uh-huh. Yeah, I was thinking also like having friends that are abroad or that live far away that you have to go and visit. Or I was also thinking about like having phone calls with people that are far away, or maybe even having a relationship that is long distance.
Oh, most of like my love situations have been like abroad.
Okay. Uh-huh. So what does that mean? Like you
Like I
both
would travel to see them or they would travel to see me.
okay. Uh-huh.
Distance has been like a big theme that I'm
Okay.
not against. Like to this day, I'm like, I don't mind it at all.
Okay. Do you feel the 12th house?
I didn't think it was the 12, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, the distance. Someone
It
that's not around.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want you around all the time. Like, but like when we're together, we're like intentionally together.
Okay. Right. So the constant like traveling to be with people, Mars being there, right? Gemini being the contacts that you have, the people that you socialize with.
Yes.
Okay, that makes me think about you being like in social. Oh, yeah, totally. Being in like foreign countries and like
Mhm.
speaking a foreign language. Not well also. Or just
Yeah.
or speaking many languages,
Yeah.
learning many languages, picking things up.
I'm pretty good with languages, I would say. Like if I'm there for, I start picking up on things and I start throwing things around, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, here like not like also being around things that you don't understand often.
being around things that I don't understand often.
Yeah, like reading
Yeah.
signs that are in a foreign language or listening to
Yeah.
language that is not, you're listening even to music that is
Yeah.
from foreign cultures.
Yes.
Okay, so this makes me think about a foreigner that has like dual citizenship and is traveling, yeah, between countries, between
Well, I
worlds.
did have dual citizenship growing up. I mean, I still technically do. But so yes.
Yeah. What did you do for work in the past when you had your remote job?
I was a recruiter.
So you're finding people.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you get it? Mars in the 12th Gemini?
Yes. And I got a raise doing that. So that was fun until
Okay,
it
so
wasn't.
what does it mean to recruit? What does a
So
recruiter
at
do?
that time I was working on like they would give me like their job openings and the characteristics of the people they were looking for, and I would like just go after people, or like I would find people who
Okay.
had those characteristics.
Okay, do you see that? The
Yeah.
search for someone you don't know, right? Mars in the 12th Gemini.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you did. You located that. Yeah, because you got a raise, so you were good at that.
I was good at that until it didn't work out anymore and I had it.
Why not?
I changed. Well, the market tanked the in the U.S. And the first to go were recruiters, and then I was hired by a recruiting agency that I did not do well at all. And it was because like like it was right after COVID when people hired a lot, and then they started letting people go a lot. So the market crashed, and tech companies were affected the most, and um, recruiters being one of them. So
Uh-huh. Okay, that makes me think about like searching for a job for a long time, Mars in the 12th Gemini.
I
And
did, and I didn't find. I've been like after that. I've just been like from one job to the other to
yeah,
the
and
other.
exactly. That's what I was thinking next is like gig work, like short, brief, but it
Yeah,
doesn't last and it doesn't go anywhere, and you're just kind of
didn't know
whatever you can find.
exactly. And then I ended up here after all that.
But what kinds of works, for example? I'm
Um,
feeling like driving. There's a taxi or an Uber.
no, none of that. I did like I worked for like a trading company that they did um it was like like agricultural trading, like they would sell all the goods, beans, almond.
Oh, perfect. Do you see the trading in the Gemini?
Yeah, yeah, I do
But
actually.
then, like, it's you're trading Venus and Virgo. You're
Yeah.
trading all of the agricultural stuff.
But like I also did not succeed at all. Like I didn't even do one sale. Um,
Eh?
Nothing. Like it just,
Why?
I don't know. And I tried hard. Like there were jobs that I just like it didn't work. I was like, what do I need to do?
Okay, that makes me think of the 12th house, right? The confusion. And also like not getting anywhere, not getting anything,
No,
not being noted.
no, nothing. No, and I changed like that from that to like a data entry position there. And then the company like just like they changed the way they do business. So they closed that department. And I was like, okay,
Okay, interesting. Because that's happening multiple times now.
yeah, yeah,
Do you hear the 12th house, Gemini, Mars? Because Gemini is a mutable sign, right? And the 12th house is the end of things. So you starting jobs and many of them, and then you kind of get kicked out.
yeah, yes, yes. It happened multiple times.
Interesting. It also makes me think about work that is very uncertain. For example, in trading, like, you don't know where the numbers are going to go.
Yes, yes,
Or work with like something where you're predicting something, but you're not really sure about the outcome. Makes me think also about the divination.
yeah.
Okay, so now you're in the kind of how did you decide to do a master's?
I was looking for a career. I was like, I was like, I want to continue my education. I wanted to become a therapist and like go that route. But I did not like I didn't I it wasn't for me. So I started just like traveling places and searching for different careers. And when I came to Edinburgh, it was like very loud that I'm gonna do. And I was like, I started to look back and I was like, oh, anthropology is like I had a lot to say about anthropology. I'm like, this is a field I see myself talking almost endlessly about. This is something I can speak to. So I was like, let me just go that route. I love to teach. I've been like, so why don't I try going that route? If I like the master's, I'll do the PhD and I'll get like become an official teacher, which is an academic or lecturer.
Okay. But it sounds like you're not doing anthropology.
Oh no,
And
no, I
before
am. I am. I
oh,
am.
you are.
I'm doing
Okay.
social anthropology. Yes.
I
Cultural anthropology.
see.
Yes.
Okay. I want to comment on that, but first I just want to point out that you know at the time when you didn't know you had to travel and search for work. Mars Gemini 12th,
I
right?
always
And
knew
you
like
weren't
when I
does
travel, I
that,
get answers.
okay. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Are you seeing it? Because for me it's like a lot kind of it's making a lot
No,
of
no, no. It's
sense.
making a lot of sense, honestly. Now, like all of it, I always wondered why, like, even I wondered why I wanted to like isolate. I wanted like, and traveling is also has to do with me isolating, but like from
Yeah.
my environment and like figuring it things and like it used to be the books, now it's actual travel. And I always get answers when I do this.
Oh, I'm also thinking about like pursuing like learning about information that is lost or that is like hard to discover or like about the past.
Well, I'm doing that right now.
How?
Like with my
Oh, because of the
dissertation.
divination.
Yeah, because like
Oh, tell me
coffee
about that.
reading is, yeah, like coffee reading is something that's like not very like accepted right now in our societies because it's looked down upon. It's like something silly that women did back in the day. And I'm basically saying how, coffee has helped me create homes as I travel as a matter. And then also, it's a tool for connection and also like gender conformity back in the day, like how I grew up with coffee. And now it's like the diaspora needs it. We need to do more coffee like readings for each other.
Okay, I'm feeling the Mercury in Cancer a lot
Yeah,
because it's coffee. You're reading liquid,
I am.
right? And the coffee is it's making different shapes kind of. So if you just look at the symbol for Cancer, though there's like a movement in it. I wonder if you know what I mean with the coffee and that it's always changing and you're kind of reading how it's like a scrying pool
Yeah.
kind of.
Yes.
There I'm feeling the
Yes.
Cancer.
It is.
And also in the part where
Yeah.
you said that everywhere, okay, that that wherever you go, it's helping you create home, the coffee. So then there's the other layer of Cancer now coming. Right. And then you said it's also a tool for connection, right? To get close to people, to talk to them about their story, about their life, about what they're experiencing, about their soul.
Yes.
Cancer again. Right. So you see it on a feel. Even it makes me think about you
Yes.
said earlier on that most of your environment is like your family members that happen those are the people you spend a lot of time with historically, right? It makes you think of your Cancer rising, but also your Mercury in Cancer. Those are the people you speak with often. Now the other part that I found very interesting is like that your Mercury is opposite Uranus and Neptune in Capricorn, and this for me is
Yeah.
studying cultural
Yes.
anthropology.
Really?
um how can I explain the Uranus Neptune conjunction? Because it's outer planets and it's a conjunction of outer planets. So you can see that that's like it's like the history of the world, like something that affects the whole collective. That conjunction is like a big time of change happening at the time you were born. Of historical movements, of cultures, of wars, of things that have happened in ancient history, right? So Mercury, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, actually it does.
What happened?
I'm here.
You kind of disappeared for. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me?
And so
It's kind of delayed
what are
now.
you
Can you
writing
hear me?
about in your dissertation?
So actually, funny enough, I'm like
Yeah, I
right
can hear
now
you
I'm writing
now.
about like different forms of
I can
like
hear you now. Now there's
divination
no more delay on my
that were
end.
used that
There
use.
was a delay before.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. So I'm writing about liquid divination that were liquid forms of divination like that were used back in the day, and like
Yeah.
spilling lead or copper or wax into like a bowl of water on like someone's head to like get insights or like catch the fear or the nightmares that they were having. And I'm like exploring how this is also a form of like bowls and liquid and like basically coffee divination is a form of like tessiography or tessiomancy, and tas means like cup in French. So I'm taking that word and I'm going with it and exploring other forms of divination that are there. And there's this thing called magic bowl in that's made with copper, and it's in Islamic culture, where like there are Quran verses on there, and they would like let the water sit with the copper for days outside and then have the person who's experiencing these things like drink it. So I'm like when you say like old, yes, I am talking about like old forms of like where people like interacted with matter in like in the divinative like in the divination to like improve their lives or get answers on like what to do next, get insight on what to do next. So I'm like I'm a little bit like I'm trying to demystify it, but I'm trying to talk to the academic about it. So there is this layer of like demystification that happens, that I'm a very mystic person and I'm a very magical person, but I'm like, hey, like this is just, you can use your logic to understand why people did this versus like just say it's divination or it's magic and I don't want to like I don't believe in it because I'm a science bro, etc., etc.
Okay. So let's start with Mercury and Cancer. Like, notice it's the liquid forms of divination, and it's specifically with copy, but then you went into the cup. Right, and the cup and the bowl both are Cancer because there's something that holds. Yeah, and so that is your main thing that you study, and you study how they did that in all ancient
Yes.
cultures. So there's the Mercury in Cancer
I also
opposite
do
the Uranus, Neptune,
flower
Capricorn.
essences.
But then the other part of it that you say, well, I'm looking at all different kinds of liquid forms of divination, but I'm also making it palatable to the academic. And therefore, I feel the Saturn in Pisces on the midheaven. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. I was saying I also work with flower essences, which are also made in bowls and water. under the sun. So I'm just like I'm into water magic. I think that's something that like I'm like it works on like I benefit so much from it and I'm benefit from like sharing it with
Is there
others.
another lag? Yeah, there is a bit.
Oh, this is annoying. Is it? Let me see if I change my internet.
Okay. Yeah. Also, I know. And also that
I'm
you
gonna
leave
try
the
to connect
water
from
out
my
under
phone.
the sun, right? Mercury in Cancer and the sun in Leo are both in the same house. Yeah, I know. All right. Sounds good.
Let's see if it's better. Can you hear me? It's also delayed. Damn it.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes. I just switched to my phone. I think it's easier. I just need to give my camera permission.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Um, okay, it's okay. I guess we can just pause
All right. Yeah,
here. I guess there's nothing we can do about your internet, right? Like it just is lagging now.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. Gonna blame Mercury retrograde. But generally, like, Google Meet
Yeah,
tends
I
to
can
like
hear you.
freeze
Can you
for
hear
me.
me?
I don't know what that. I can hear you. Yeah. Huh. What happened? Let me try again.